Welcome to the Empowered with Erika podcast. My name is Erika FB, and I'm an empowerment coach, mindset mentor, personal development enthusiast, and holistic health advocate. I've spent the last several years healing my mind, body, and soul, and have learned so much along the way. From healing trauma to navigating a sober lifestyle and learning how to step into my personal power, it has been transformational. If you are looking to heal, to be inspired, to uplevel your life, and become the most empowered version of yourself, you've come to the right place. I created this podcast to help you know you are worthy of rewriting your story and to help you navigate your own empowerment journey. You are worthy of living your most authentic, aligned, and inspired life, and I can help you get there. Whether you are diving deep into personal development or just need a weekly pick-me-up, I've got you covered. Thank you so much for pressing play today. I cannot wait to transform together. Let's get empowered. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Empowered with Erika. Your host, Erika here, and I'm so dang excited for this episode. This is one that has been a long time coming. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner, but here we are, episode 34, and we are diving into the chakras. So if you know me, if you follow me on TikTok, you know that the chakras have been a very big part of my healing journey and of what has just helped me get to another level. So I started using the chakras, in summer of 2021, around when I was doing phase 1 of the 75 hard, because I had to visualize and I had to meditate, and I'd seen someone recommend these healing and reading chakra cards, and I had heard of chakras, but I didn't know much about them. And it helped my meditations tremendously, and I just had to get more and more involved. And so it's going to be a woo-woo episode, y'all. If you are not someone that is interested in spirituality or just learning about new concepts that really are not talked about in our Western world, then I would probably avoid this episode. You probably won't like it, okay? But I really think that it's going to be fun. Dive in. I hope you have an open mind. If this is something that's not at all your normal speed, I would love for you to listen and just hear more about something that's different that's helped a lot of people. So what are chakras? It is a term used in Ayurveda, which is Eastern medical practice, is like one thing that Ayurveda is. And basically chakras are called a wheel or disc in Sanskrit, but chakras are the energy centers in our body, and they run along the spine. So there are 9 total chakras, but often you are only going to hear about 7. So today I'm going to go through the different chakras, what they are, what it means, and how it can help you in your personal development journey and your empowerment journey. So like I said, the chakras go along the spine. They start at the base of the spine and work up to the crown of the head for the 7, but then the 8th and 9th, there's one that is under your feet and then one that is above your crown of your head. So I love that they do run along the spine, but the energy extends from the front, the back, and the sides of the body. So imagine it being like this spinning disc in that part of the body. So it's not just one space on the spine. It's more of like a 3D energy disc is what they believe. And so chakras are not seen, okay? You don't physically see a chakra, but it's an invisible energy force in the body that can be felt with intuition, and they contain invisible healing energy, also known as prana, which is a life force that keeps us healthy and alive. So again, this is really looking at more Eastern medicine and Eastern practices. Our Western medicine does not really look at these, but honestly, I think Eastern medicine is really interesting. And I think that we should be more open in the West because I've definitely seen correlation. So chakras are centers that hold the energy of thoughts, feelings, memories, experiences, and actions. So they can influence our present and future mindset, our behavior, our emotional health, and our actions. And you are able to change the chakra energy in order to manifest what you want to come into your life versus repeating a cycle that you don't want to repeat. So the chakra is healing, the intentional practice of connecting with our stored energy. So you may understand how our past is influencing the present and the future. Chakra healing. I misspoke. Chakra healing is the intentional practice of connecting with the stored energy in those chakras. And that is going to help us to understand how the past influenced us and how we can stop repeating the cycle. And then, like I said, prana, that life force, it informs us and it influences our actions and our behaviors, helps determine our health, our career opportunities, our relationships, and so much more. And the subtle body depicts how our inner reality creates our outer reality. So you guys hear me talk all about the mind, body, spirit connection. I truly believe that these all impact one another. That's why I have such a solid belief in the chakra system. And honestly, I've experienced it. And as I started working on healing these different chakras and unblocking them, I've noticed a huge change in my life. And what I find really interesting as well, so I said how these chakras they're like this invisible energy, but imagine it being 3D, right? So they are all connected to different nerves and different organs in the body, and they affect our psychological, spiritual, and our emotional state. And so the goal is you want to keep them open and fluid rather than blocked. Our chakras can get blocked, which can affect the different organs and the nerves in the body. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I don't go into necessarily which organ is affected by each, but you can see physical symptoms when a chakra is blocked, and I personally have experienced these myself. So we're going to now dive into the 9 chakras. And then I want to end with an energy reading, just a collective one that maybe will affect you, maybe it won't, I don't know, but we will go from there. So like I said, there are 7 primary chakras, but I'm going to go in order from bottom to top, so from the ground up. And so the first chakra I'm going to talk about is not one of the traditional 7 chakras. It is called the Earth Star Chakra, and it is technically 6 inches below the feet, and it is in connection with the heart of the earth. So it anchors our light and our soul into the planet. Imagine grounding. It helps us to feel supported and grounded and held tight in our journey, and helps us connect to Mother Earth. Okay, so I'm also I'm a woo-woo bitch, ladies and gents. I'm a woo-woo. If you don't know this, now you know. I don't know how you want to know this by now, but here we are. So I am someone that really believes that the different components of our earth have their own spirits, have their own energy, right? I really believe that. And I think that's why going in nature is so important, so healing for us, right? So the Earth Star Chakra helps us to feel grounded and connected to the earth around us. And that deep connection to earth can be extremely healing. It helps us to feel supported and grounded in our journey, okay? And so when the chakra is balanced, you're going to feel self-love and contentment, and you're going to just feel very anchored and grounded in yourself. I'm using that word a lot, it is the Earth Star Chakra, so grounded is a really big theme. Now, what does it look like when it's blocked or out of alignment? So what I found really interesting with this one is you can often see inflammation within the physical body when you're not grounded, difficulty concentrating, feeling lost, and experiencing dizziness. I also found that a lack of balance emotionally, physically, and mentally. So what I find really interesting about this one is, when it's blocked, inflammation in the physical body, what is something that science is finding right now, guys? They're finding that autoimmune conditions, so inflammation in the body, autoimmune conditions are highly connected to inflammation in the body. They are finding a connection to trauma and autoimmune. So what are those who experience trauma? They probably do not feel safe. They do not feel grounded. They do not feel supported. They probably don't feel self-love. And this is me speaking from my trauma journey, but also from a lot of the research I've done. So isn't that interesting? And so this chakra, it relates to rebirth, connection to our Mother Earth, grounding, nurturing, the animal spirit guides, vitality, stability, rejuvenation. How interesting is that? That you can get these physical symptoms that come from when you are not grounded as a person. And we've seen that. Science is seeing that. Doctors are seeing that. Those who experience trauma, who really struggle in that way, they have more inflammation in the body, often. When you're stuck in fight or flight mode, when your cortisol is up or low, depending on your situation, when you're stuck in these states of stress, you are not feeling grounded. So the fact that you would find inflammation in the body, difficulty concentrating, feeling lost, experiencing dizziness, that is not shocking to me that when this chakra is blocked, that's what you would feel. Do you see how we're starting to make that physical and mental connection? And so part of my personal practice is to use crystals to help me meditate. And with each chakra, there is an associated crystal. So my meditation practice, I've talked about it before. I do a reading, I pull a chakra card, I get a crystal that corresponds, and then I meditate on that chakra, on that concept. Okay, so the crystal associated with the Earth Star Chakra is the red garnet. Now, the next chakra, which is considered the first chakra in the traditional 7 chakras, is the root or the base chakra. I've heard it called both things. There's also traditional Sanskrit names. I really did not want to butcher them all, so I'm just using the English American names for the chakras, okay? So the root or base chakra, it is at the base of the spine, and it helps us to feel grounded, safety, security. It helps us with our material needs, our finances, and prosperity. So you will see that from below the heart, so our root chakra, our sacral chakra, and our solar plexus chakra, all are going to have similar themes, but they'll be slightly different. So basically, the chakras on the bottom portion of the spine have similarities, and the chakras on the top portion of the spine have similarities, and then the heart, which is in the middle, has its own thing. So I just want to share that with you guys. You might hear some repetition throughout this episode, but I think it's really interesting. So the root base chakra, base of the spine, helps us feel grounded, safe, secure, helps us with our material needs, our finances, prosperity. So when you're balanced, you feel centered, you feel grounded, you feel deeply connected to your earth, to your community, your ability to live in abundance. Maybe you feel secure financially. Maybe you feel secure within your home, within your family union. Maybe you feel secure in your career. Okay? When it's blocked or out of alignment, we feel threatened, we feel unsafe, we feel stuck, sluggish, insecure, unsettled. How interesting is that, though? Again, this root-based chakra and how that connection to, again, let's look back at those physical symptoms of trauma. When we have things that keep us in fight or flight mode, we're not going to feel centered, we're not going to feel grounded, and that can come up in the body. We will feel threatened, we will feel unsafe, we will feel stuck, sluggish, insecure, unsettled. I know after my trauma, I have felt very unsafe. And actually, a book I really need to read is The Body Keeps the Score. It's meant for therapists primarily. It's based in trauma, or it's about trauma and how it affects the body, thus The Body Keeps the Score. The first time I tried reading it, honestly, it was too triggering, so I couldn't do it. So maybe now that I've healed, it's been several years since I've tried reading that book. I should probably try reading it sometime soon, though. I've just been in this spirituality book interest, so we'll see if I get to it. But also this chakra, it relates to family, balance, holistic health, abundance, security, stability, money, energy, your ancestors, your boundaries. And the crystal associated with this chakra is hematite. So again, base of the chakra, think root chakra, base chakra, interchangeable. It's at the base of the spine. It's where we feel grounded, because in the image that they have of the body, often the person is sitting. So the closest to the ground chakra, that is not the Earth Star chakra. Okay, now the next one going up the spine. Again, we're going from the root of the spine, the base of the spine, all the way up to the top of the head. So the next one is your sacral chakra, and it is in your lower abdomen. Okay, so imagine between your tailbone and your navel, the sacral chakras in between there. Okay, so it represents our connections to our loved ones, our need to be loved and accepted, healthy relationships, creativity, passion, self-expression. It also can be connected to addictions, appetites, desires, and karma. It relates to flexibility, creativity, inspiration, relationships, desires, sexuality, emotional intelligence, pleasure, fulfillment. So lower abdomen, imagine this is going to be near all of our sexual organs. Correct? Correct. So this is one that is definitely connected to that part of the body, and you can see how it can be connected to your sexuality, both physically and emotionally, mentally. So when the sacral chakra is balanced, you are able to relate to people in a mature and healthy way. You have a deep passion for life, for your ideas, for your projects. You probably feel very sensual. You're able to have healthy sexual relationships. You are able to feel acceptance and gratitude for ourselves, but also our loved ones. Now, when it is blocked or out of alignment, you may have difficulty being intimate with someone. And I don't want you to just think sexual here, but yes, but also, can you be intimate with someone in the sense of opening up to them? If your sacral is out of alignment, you probably will struggle with that, because the body is, again, trying to protect itself. With your sacral chakra being blocked, you may also have body image issues. You may not have a very good self-body image. You may feel not good enough. You may be easily overwhelmed, a lack of control in our lives, but then also on the physical side, you can have low back and hip immobility and pain. So again, that's where it is on the spine. That makes sense. Now, the crystal associated, wow, sorry, I'm like stumbling over my words today. The crystal associated to the sacral chakra is the carnelian crystal, and this is one of my favorite crystals. I love this one. And I've noticed I've done a lot of work on my sacral chakra, and I think that's one reason I've been able to work through feeling so out of control and also not feeling good enough and easily overwhelmed and body image. Those three are really big for me. And I know I've talked about it on the podcast in different ways, but also how honestly, I've noticed that with my trauma journey, with my childhood history, and things that have happened as an adult, I really, really struggled at not feeling good enough. I always felt like I had something to prove. And I noticed that as I started to work on the sacral chakra, work on this energy, do meditations on this, and just allow myself to be in positions where I am safe and took myself out of positions where I was not feeling safe, that I really was able to switch that mindset and start to have a better relationship with myself and with those around me. Okay, so the next chakra is slightly above the navel. It is called the solar plexus chakra. So it is the main power center. It represents free will, personal power, confidence, courage, the emotional body, and healthy self-esteem. It relates to our personal power, our inner strength, our self-mastery, our empowerment. So empowered with Erika, solar plexus chakra, empowered with Erika, empowerment, confidence, self-discipline, free will, courage, confidence, and freedom are all things that the solar plexus chakra is connected to. And when it is balanced, it is inspired. You will likely feel inspired for healthy self-expression. You'll feel empowered in your life. You'll have strength and determination to achieve your goals. You'll have a deep respect for yourself and for others and a higher self-worth. Okay? Now, when it is blocked or out of alignment, you may really struggle with shame and self-doubt. Are you someone that struggles with shame? Let's take a look at our solar plexus chakra. You may feel powerless. You may have a large ego. You may have an inability to commit. You may have digestive issues and abdominal pain. I know so many people that have digestive problems, myself included. Okay? And maybe that's because the solar plexus chakra is blocked or out of alignment or out of balance. Also, we've noticed that with this chakra, you tend to feel like a victim when it is blocked, or you can be in that victim mindset. So these are all things to think about. And again, I think it's really interesting how it is in this digestive center and how when it's out of alignment, you can see those digestive issues. Just like how many times have you maybe felt shame for something or felt embarrassed and you felt like you had a kick to the gut? Right? Did anyone actually kick you in the gut? No. But maybe you weren't feeling very good about yourself. Maybe you were having shame or self-doubt, or you're feeling powerless. So a crystal that is associated with this one, and it's another one of my favorites. I love all crystals, though. That's going to be a whole nother podcast episode, but is citrine. Okay, we're halfway through, or about, so let me take a quick drink break. If you have not drank your water today, this is your sign. I'm on my last water bottle of the day. Okay, we're almost halfway. So now we have the heart chakra. Self-explanatory, it is located at the heart center. And so what is related to this chakra? As you can imagine, all matters related to the heart and to love, to self-love, to nurture your inner child, to live with compassion, to love in a healthy way, to be open and receptive to people, and to have less judgment for others, and to be open and receptive with attachment, to be able to forgive yourself, to be able to let go of hurt. And it relates to, like I said, the inner child, love and forgiveness and play and compassion, just having acceptance, nurturing, intimacy, joy and balance, the ability to give and receive, gratitude and inner peace. These are all things associated with the heart chakra. And so when it's balanced, what does that look like? Well, a couple things are going to be a deep sense of inner peace and calm, the ability to see good in others, the ability to be able to give and accept love, okay? And not only love for others, but love for yourself. Does that make sense? The ability to open up to people, the ability to play, and to allow yourself to experience joy. I've noticed especially with childhood trauma, the ability to experience joy and play can be very difficult. You may not feel safe doing so because you weren't able to as a child. So when this heart chakra is open, you're able to do that more. So when it's blocked or out of alignment, what does that look like? You can have difficulty opening up to people. You can maybe struggle with a fear of commitment, or maybe you struggle with holding grudges or being a people pleaser. They've also seen, or the inability to receive love. But on the physical side, they've also seen an increase in asthma and allergies, tight shoulders, the inability to receive love, like I said. So asthma and allergies, that makes sense. Like that's in that heart space, right? In the center. Like I said, it's a 3D thing. So imagine like a ball around your heart and your lungs. Tight shoulders, again, if you know the anatomy, you know that's very tight to the shoulders, or it's close to the shoulders, especially your posterior ones, which are on the back side of your body. Okay? And how many times do you notice that when you're stressed or you're struggling, and you feel like your shoulders are up in your ears because you're just putting all your tension in your upper traps? I've noticed that a lot. Okay, another drink break really quick. Okay, so what is the crystal associated with the heart chakra? And that is going to be the rose quartz crystal, which a lot of people use when manifesting love and partnership, which I think is beautiful. I would also look at using that to open up your heart to yourself and to others. Okay, so then the next one, we have how many? 4 left. We have our throat chakra. So as you can imagine, it is located at the center of the throat. It is the key to speaking one's higher or divine truth clearly, with ease and with grace. It's the key for communication with others and to allow yourself to be understood. It relates to our soul purpose, to being able to listen and, like I said, communicate to your truth, to your alignment with purpose, with expression, creativity, finding your own voice. Again, expression, self-expression, and creativity. So when it is balanced, we're able to express our truth. We feel like we are able to express our truth, express our soul purpose, be connected. We are able to connect with others, be able to communicate with others on an easier way. Does that make sense? So let us keep going. Sorry, I got a notification. I put this on Do Not Disturb, but I swear sometimes it doesn't listen. So excuse me. But so when it's blocked or out of alignment, we have trouble expressing ourselves. We maybe have fear of speaking up. Maybe you have pain or stiffness in the neck, jaw pain, grinding your teeth, nervously cannot stop talking. That's me, or sore throat. And I know this is one I've really had to work on because I often felt like I couldn't communicate my needs. And I'm not going to go into details of it in this podcast episode, but I had an experience this weekend, specifically this past weekend, where I really had the opportunity to communicate what I wanted and my desires and my needs. And it was a beautiful thing. And it's something I've not really been able to do much in my life without getting shit on for it, to be honest. And so it was really hard for me to step into that realm of speaking openly and expressing my truth and expressing my needs, right? And it was hard. And so it's funny, maybe not funny, but in my therapy, I do EMDR therapy, and it's very good for trauma, but a key component of EMDR therapy is being able to track what you're feeling in your body. And my therapist and I have noticed a couple different connections, and it really relates to all these top portion of the chakras, but I've noticed that I especially feel physical things in my throat chakra, my third eye chakra, my crown chakra. And specifically, like I will notice that my neck hurts so bad, like out of nowhere. We'll be in therapy, we'll be getting into something deep during EMDR, and all of a sudden my neck hurts like so bad. I've also noticed that when I'm really stressed, I grind my teeth at night. How many of y'all have that? Again, maybe if you're struggling with some of these physical symptoms, look at, am I able to speak my truth? Am I able to communicate to others? And a big part of this communication piece is not only communicating, but being able to listen. That's a key part of communication. Okay, so what's a crystal associated with this? That would be the blue lace agate. All right, now the next one is our third eye chakra. So the third eye chakra is located at the brow between the eyes. So your eyebrows in between there, kind of right in the center of the forehead. And so it relates to our ability to see clearly, physically and intuitively. It enables us to see truth, intuition, imagination, the visualization, having insight and awareness. It's connected to our dreams, our psychic development, our clarity and awareness, spiritual insight, visions, a calm mind, and a good memory. So you know how often people say, oh, you have a sixth sense? That is connected to that third eye chakra that we're talking about. So when it's balanced, you have a deeper intuition and awareness, which I find really interesting. And this is one of my favorite chakra, guys. I love this one. But like I said, I'm spiritual, I'm woo-woo. I love connecting to this higher version of self, okay? So when it's blocked, what does that look like? It can be struggling to find meaning in your life. It can be brain fog. It can be tension headaches, or an overactive imagination, or maybe even a lack of inspiration. How many times have you been feeling like you are not inspired? Maybe you were on a roll with something and then something happens and you just feel off balance and you just are not inspired at all. Or on the opposite, you have an overactive imagination. You're overthinking things and maybe you aren't trusting your intuition. You aren't trusting your third eye. So because of that, because it's blocked and out of alignment, you're overthinking things. And again, like I said, in therapy, not only do I get really stiff neck, I get headaches. It's I will all of a sudden have either brain fog or a headache or both. And both of those things are things that happen when our chakra is blocked. I do a lot of third eye chakra meditations. You can look them up on YouTube. You can find just frequencies that help to open the third eye. And then probably my favorite crystal of all, the amethyst, is the one that is associated with the third eye. Okay, so this is the last chakra that is in the traditional 7, and it is the crown chakra. And it is located at the top of the head. Okay, so when it is balanced, we have clarity and bliss and union with your I am presence, because this crown chakra, like I said, it's at the top of the head. It relates to spiritual awakening, your I am presence, which is basically the part of yourself that resonates at a higher vibration at a higher level. It relates to peace and clarity, like I said, union with higher self, connection with God's source, divine knowledge, wisdom, bliss, oneness, wholeness, and lightness of being. And the crystal associated with this one is selenite. Sorry, I'm going a little out of order with this one. But when we are balanced in the crown chakra, it looks like clarity and bliss and union with your I am presence, union with the divine, union with source. So when it's blocked, it can look like loneliness, insignificance. Maybe you're overly attached to material objects because you don't have that connection to the spiritual realm. Again, it can look like migraines and tension headaches. It also can look like the inability to be able to see other points of view. So selenite is attached to this chakra. It's a great crystal to use. But I love the crown chakra because I just really feel like it has been a key component for my personal spiritual awakening. And guys, I believe that as a collective, as a group, we are going through a collective spiritual awakening, which I think is really cool. Okay, now the last one, this is one you do not hear much about, is the second non-traditional chakra, is the soul star chakra, and it is 6 inches above the crown. It represents our connection between spiritual and physical world, the heaven and the heart, the soul and the body. Okay? And it relates to the angels and masters, our spirit guides, universal light, divine wisdom, soul healing, the cosmos, light beings, our personal guides, whatever creator you believe in, and source. That's what this all is connected to. So when it's balanced, we receive this pure and high vibrational divine love from the universe, a strong connection to the angelic realms, to your ancestors, to your angels, to your guides. You feel this deep soul healing and you feel inner peace. I love this chakra so much. It has taken my life to the next level. And when this chakra is blocked, you feel like you aren't grounded. You may feel confused, lack of clarity, or again, dizziness or headaches. So headaches are really key for the crown chakra, third eye chakra, and the soul star chakra. And then this chakra is connected with the clear quartz crystal, which I love because the clear quartz crystal being clear, it just helps, it really helps to connect with the divine, but also I just feel like it's the most open one. I don't know if that makes sense. So those are the 9 chakras. And you're probably like, holy shit, bitch, this is so much information. What do I do? So like I said, I do chakra readings. I do them personally. If you would like a professional chakra reading done by me, please let me know. I do them every day on TikTok. So I want to do a chakra reading for you guys today. And I'm going to just basically take you through how I use chakras. So I asked the universe, please show us something that we need to know that whoever is listening today will get value from. Sorry, you're hearing me shuffle the cards. Whoever is listening today will get value from this chakra reading. I just asked the universe to share with me what it needs to know, and sometimes one will fall out, which is what just happened. Okay, so I love this card so much. So we got the balance chakra. I'm showing it for those of you who are watching the YouTube. We got the balance, or not balance chakra. We got the balance card, which is related to the base chakra, the root chakra. So again, remember, this is what helps us feel grounded, safe, secure. It helps our material needs, our finances. So when it's balanced, you feel grounded and you feel deeply connected to the earth, to your community. So balance, this balance card, this is your sign that maybe you're struggling with living your life in a balanced way. Think about this. Are you making enough time for both your physical health, your emotional health? Are you making enough time for not just work, but also play? Are you bringing balance into your life? And this is something I've struggled with a lot because we live in a hustle and grind culture, and getting things done is extremely important. But also learning how to rest and how to be and how to enjoy your life is also extremely important. So take some time to think about, do you need to add balance in your life in some way? Okay? I often look, so those of you who are listening, you can't see this, but the picture on the card is the yin-yang symbol. And what I love about that is the yin and the yang show the 2 different energies. With the yin energy, it is the being energy. Also very similar to the divine feminine the divine feminine energy. So we talked about this before in my episode about being a queen and this balance between the feminine and the masculine. But there's just so many different ways you can have balance in your life. But look at that. Is your feminine versus masculine energy balanced? That yin versus yang. That yin is that being energy, that rest. And that doesn't mean you're sitting on the couch eating bonbons, but are you making time for yourself? Are you making time for those practices that help you, time to go to the gym, eat healthy, to meditate, to do breath work, whatever it is that keeps you connected and grounded? But then are you also having the yang energy, which is the doing energy? Because guess what? For example, manifestation, you don't just get to think things into existence, you do have to take action. So are you taking action? Are you doing those yang energy components? Okay, so think about that. Are you balancing the being and the doing energy? So that can look like, so for example, I am creating something right now. I will share more with you when I can, but I'm creating something right now I'm so excited about that is going to be an amazing tool for this community, an amazing tool for my business, and I think it's going to be great, and I'm so fucking excited for it. I'm so excited to launch it and release it. But I can't just make that happen by thinking about it. I have to fucking do it and make the product. Okay? So it's that, or I can't get physically fit and healthy by thinking my way to it. I have to go to the gym. I have to go for walks. I have to make healthy choices in the kitchen. Right? Does that make sense? So this is just your sign to think about, am I implementing balance in my life? And if you aren't, what are ways that you can do so? So I know this episode was a lot, guys. I am so grateful for you for sticking through this, for learning about my spiritual woo-woo practice that I love so much. And again, if you want to learn more, I share a lot about this on TikTok. I would love to work with you personally. I still have coaching available. I still do chakra readings, but please let me know how I can help you with your own practice. And so after I pull the cards, I forgot about this. After I pull the card, I would meditate and I would go use a crystal to help enhance whatever chakra is associated with that. So remember, guys, All these are just tools to help you live your most empowered life. So take with that what you will. Take this day, take this week, think about how can I balance my energy to help me have the most successful and fulfilling life that I absolutely am in love with. And that's the goal of this podcast, is to help you just feel like you are living your best life and have fuck yes energy, and that we are just killing it, killing the game, and happy. We just want to be happy, fulfilled people. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. I cannot wait to speak to you guys next week. I'll see you over on TikTok in our Facebook group, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. See you soon. Thank you so much for listening today. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for taking the time to be a part of our community. Don't forget to check the show notes for the resources I shared in today's episode, and of course to connect with me on social. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at erika.vishkalis. You can also find me on Facebook at Erika Vishkalis. If you want to be a part of our online community, check out our Facebook group, Empowered with Erika. You can also find all of our offers and community links at empoweredwitherika.com. I always love hearing from you, so don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, and tag me with your biggest takeaways from today's episode. Let me know what you loved and what you want to hear more about, and share it with someone who you think would love it too. I cannot wait to share more with you. I will see you next week, and don't forget to stay empowered.